If a man is taught that he's supposed to be smarter than women, he's supposed to make more money than women, he's supposed to have more respect than women, yet it's not true in real life. His boss might be a woman, his doctor might be a woman, a woman might be making more money than him, the girl next to him in class is smarter than him, etc. What does it mean to be a man?
If guys don't show this like masculine side, then they're criticized for it, and they're kind of, I don't know, they're looked upon as like less of a man.
Now, how do we expect our sons to be men of integrity and of conscience and to be social justice advocates and to treat women with respect and to speak up when they see women being treated with disrespect if they don't see their fathers doing it, if they don't see men in the public culture doing it? It's not fair to put the burdens on the shoulders of boys or even young men, even though they're part of the solution, there's no question. This is about a
You all saw the famous photo from the weekend of Hillary looking so haggard and looking like 92 years old.
Breast implants. Did you have them or not? Because that's all over the internet about you in mainstream media.
I think if you waterboarded Nancy Pelosi, she wouldn't admit to plastic surgery.
9 states and the District of Columbia, women who are victims of domestic abuse, who've been victims of domestic abuse, can be denied health care coverage because domestic abuse can be considered a pre-existing condition.
We go to the ladies' room, the Republican women and the Democratic women, and we just roll our eyes at what's being said out there. And the Republican women said when we were fighting over the health care bill, if we sent the men home, we could get this done this week.
The United States is the only major industrialized nation without paid family leave.
If women didn't speak up on these issues and didn't become front and center and making sure they were on the front burner of the legislative agenda, they simply wouldn't happen. I feel if it wasn't us, who would do it?
And here's something I find even more disheartening. Watching the news. So many female journalists are objectified or sexualized.
Take it away with the red hat boys in blue. Which
I got this one down.
Okay, good.
Sometimes I look on the cable news channels. I see women wearing very low-cut shirts and lots of makeup, and their hair is kind of tousled, and they look like they're working as cocktail waitresses instead of newscasters. It's just a very mixed message.
Folks, we're going to play a game. I'm going to show you a photo of a woman. You have to guess whether she is a professional newscaster or a Hooters waitress. Are you ready? Here we go.
The emphasis on women's appearance affects more than just women on screen. It's affecting women's ability to participate in the political process. Ironically, the more power women gain, the stronger the backlash against them. And this phenomenon is most evident in the way the media disrespects our female leaders.
She's irresistibly cute, let's put it that way. In the way she presents herself, obviously she's attractive and all that.
Sarah Palin looks really hot in that hat. She just said that she doesn't know how cars work. Oh, that's crazy. Have you seen the hat on her?
Both you and Sarah Palin are good-looking women. I mean, you're attractive, young, relatively young women.
Kagan he's going to put on the U.S. Supreme Court. Isn't there such a thing about the aesthetics of the appointee? Let's put it to you this way. She's not the type of face you'd want to see on a $5 bill.
I think I'm going to send Sotomayor and her club a bunch of vacuum cleaners to help them clean up after their meetings.
Cynthia McKinney, the former congresswoman from Georgia, was another angry black woman.
Look at these ugly skanks who make up the female leadership of the Democratic Party.
Do you know that ugly hag, Madeleine Albright? Remember her? A psycho. She was the Secretary of State under Clinton. Remember, like a fat moron.
And now we have the Wicked Witch of the West, Nancy Pelosi.
I think if Speaker Pelosi were still capable of human facial expression, we'd see she'd be embarrassed.
Nancy Pelosi, get another facelift, lady. Another reason why it's very rare to find a woman worthy of serving in political office.
And it's bye-bye Pelosi.
And Hillary Rotten Clinton, her thighness, is no better than Dumbo with the big ears.
When she raises her voice, and when a lot of women do, it's as I say, it reaches a point where every husband in America has heard it one time or another.
You get a woman in the Oval Office, most powerful person in the world, what's the downside?
You mean besides the PMS and the mood swings?
Sure.
that these kids have a shot at the American dream, like I did. It's important.
Gosh, what do you think they would have done to Nancy Pelosi if she had gotten all worked up? They would have said that she's unstable, couldn't do the job. Ooh, yes, welcome to America.
A woman in power is often seen as a negative thing. We associate all the worst aspects of power, and we translate those to a woman seeking to achieve power.
One of the key ways in which media played a role in the primary was to talk about Hillary Clinton's ambition as though it were a bad thing.
When Barack Obama speaks, men hear, "Take off for the future." And when Hillary Clinton speaks, men hear, "Take out the garbage."
When she reacts the way she reacts to Obama, with just the look toward him, looking like everyone's first wife standing outside a probate court.
I don't know what they're getting at here, Tucker. What do you think they're saying about Hillary?
I don't know, but that is so perfect. As I have often said, when she comes on television, I involuntarily cross my legs.
I know you do.
Hillary Clinton had hecklers following her saying, "Iron my shirt."
Some people think you bring about change by...
She was frequently called a bitch in mainstream media.
She's a stereotypical bitch. You know what I mean?
Obama did great in February, and that's because that was Black History Month. And now Hillary's doing much better because it's White Bitch Month, right?
If she knew how it made her look, so alternately soppy and bitchy, she'd stop it, but she can't help herself, can she?
Her credentials were constantly questioned.
Let's not forget, and I'll be brutal, the reason she's a U.S. Senator, the reason she's a candidate for president, the reason she may be a front runner is her husband messed around.
Yeah, but...
That's how she got to be Senator from New York. We keep forgetting it. She didn't win there on her merit.
Sarah Palin presented a very different image. She is the first national high-profile female candidate who presented herself in very feminine terms as a quote-unquote real woman.
She's the American dream. Women want to be her, men want to mate with her. I want her laying next to me in bed.
There were pictures shot between her legs of folks at the Republican National Convention. In a nutshell, she was pornified and ditzified.
I don't want to say she's a ditz, but last night my stripper's fake name was Sarah Palin.
Yo, let me tell you something about Sarah Palin, man. She's good masturbation material.
So Hillary Clinton tried to be properly masculine and properly feminine, and she lost. Sarah Palin puts out this different image of, shall we say, hyper-femininity, and she gets beaten up in really degrading gendered ways.
But tonight we are crossing party lines to address the now very ugly role that sexism is playing in the campaign.
An issue which I am frankly surprised to hear people suddenly care about.
Reporters and commentators, stop using words that diminish us like pretty, attractive, beautiful.
Harpy, shrew, boner shrinker.
I know that's a sexist comment, but there's truth to it.
The rise of punditry in America is greatly adding to sexism and bias in the media, and also confusing what is fact and what is opinion.
You have less and less minutes devoted to the pursuit of strong, independent, long-term investigative journalism. More minutes devoted every year to celebrity news, to gossip. Why? Because it's cheap.
I want to lead with the Paris Hilton story. What's happening with Paris?
My producer, Andy Jones, is not listening to me. He's put it as the lead. Listen, I just don't believe in covering that story, especially not as the lead story in a newscast when you have a day like today.
Can we show some footage of Paris? Do we have Paris?
No, we can't.
Last night?
Joe, no. I'm going to do the news now.
I haven't thrown that. There she is. Oh,
look at that strut.
Oh, look at that. She's so humble.
Reformed woman.
Yeah, she's reformed.
She's shy.
All right, to the news now.
She found Jesus.